Springs. It's basketball time, a doubleheader weekend tonight and tomorrow night. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion Basketball, joined as always by my partner Holly Stevenson. And Holly, we had a week off last week. The Mountain Lions, the women's and men's teams were on the road in South Dakota. Tough going for both teams.
Real hard
and here
teams.
tonight, the Eagles have landed. They're going to take on the Mountain Lions. And these are two teams on the women's side pretty evenly matched. Mountain Lions 4-13, 4-16 for Chadron State. What a great opportunity for the women's team here to get back on track in their winning ways again.
Absolutely, I agree. Like we talked about last week, UCCS is a team that will play up or play down to their opponents. And from last year's performance from Chadron State, we know that they're a scrappy team, so we know that they need to be on their game kind of right out of the gate.
Yep, absolutely. And looking for another great evening of basketball again. Doubleheader tonight, doubleheader tomorrow night. Women's game ready to tip off here. The men's game will be directly after at 7:30. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. It's basketball, NCAA Division II, and the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. She's Holly Stevenson. I'm George Holden. Stick with us. We'll be back in just a quick. start. We apologize for that, having some audio technical difficulties here at the Lions Den in Colorado Springs. Chadron State in the house, first game of a doubleheader. Apologize for the late start. Rapidly moving first quarter right now, 4:17 and counting. It's been Mountain Lions. They're up 21-13 over Chadron State. Chadron State out of Nebraska, about 5 hour and 40-minute drive. The Eagles have landed here in Colorado Springs. As you look on the court, your Mountain Lions are in their white with black and gold trim. Chadron State in the maroon with the gray trim, light gray and dark gray trim, the Eagles. As we said, 21-13. Both these teams, as you know, in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, obviously, hopefully, too, in the second half, we hope to have Holly Stevenson back to do color analysis while they iron out the audio technical difficulties. Thanks for sticking with us. Big shot put up there by Chadron State. 3:50 and counting. Whistle. There's going to be a foul underneath. Chadron State, the Eagles on the season, 4-16, 2-9 in the RMAC, coached by Janet Raymer. The Mountain Lions of UCCS right now 4-13, 3-8 in the RMAC. As we said, tough weekend in South Dakota last weekend on Friday and Saturday, trying to get back to their winning ways. But they're coached, as always, by Lynn Plett. First free throw up and good, and that's number 23, Jessica Lovett out of Mullen, Nebraska. Transfer from North Platte Community College. The officials for tonight's game, this first contest, Gator Parrish, Rod Patchett, and Evan Sharples. The Mountain Lions, as we said, the last time we were here doing broadcasts in Colorado Springs, they had back-to-back wins on January 10th. Fort Lewis, 62-48. Adams State the next night, 69-54. Last week, Black Hills State, they lost 62-79. And now at South Dakota Mines, 58-74. Shot put up by the Mountain Lions. Rebound, picked up, in, out. That was Katie Hovass, the Lewis Palmer product. And here comes Chadron State. They need to make a push. They're closing the gap. Shot is off. Three-point attempt. Fought for and rebounded. Snatched underneath by Jordan Morris. Back up top. They'll start again. Big three up, in, out. And that was McKenna Baker for UCCS, the talented freshman, trying to come down with that, but she lost her balance. Chadron State will slow it up and work for the good shot. Abby Fikert, she will check in momentarily. Had a chance to meet her mom earlier for the first time. She came up and introduced herself. Want to thank them so much for tuning into the broadcasts. But they're here tonight to cheer their daughter on. Hovass with the ball. Out to Baker. Both freshmen on this squad. Pull-up jumper. Baker short. Rebound snatched by McKenna McClintock. Whistle. Ball will stay with Chadron State. In comes Abby Fikert, and she'll check in for McKenna Baker. She's out of Idaho. As we said, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, 16 teams in this conference were getting into the latter part of January. Both these teams are neck and neck, the bottom portion of the RMAC, so got to win at this point in the season and mathematically hope that other teams drop ball games to find a way in. Katie Hovass brings it down the floor. Moving it around. Tatum Talene out of Grapevine, Texas. Shot up, no good. Rebound snatched out of the air by Jory Peters. And UCCS was on a run for the first part of this fourth quarter, but in the last few minutes, Chadron State has done an impressive job of closing the gap. Shot inside, and the foul is going to be called, and that's going to go against UCCS. Madison Lord, the 6'3" forward out of Vancouver, Washington. Chadron will go to the line, and that's going to be Jordan Morris out of Apple Valley, Minnesota. Checking in now for UCCS, Kaylee Bernard, Maddie Gabler, and Ellie Moore. So they're going to do it in threes. Right now, the top team in women's basketball in the RMAC, Colorado Mesa, 11-0, undefeated in conference, 15-2 overall. They're the ones with the bullseye on their back, and everybody's chasing them. Right behind them is Westminster at 10-1, 15-2 as well overall so far this season. Second shot up, and that's the way to get back in a ball game. They're down by a deuce, under 2 minutes to play. As the first quarter rolls down, Abby Fikert. Mountain Lions quick out of the gate, but they've struggled a little in the last few minutes. Some missed shots, but a shot that goes in there by Maddie Gabler, the spark for the Mountain Lions, the Longmont, Colorado product. She's a senior, one of the leaders on this team. Pull-up jumper, Chadron State. Got it, an answer at the end of the floor. McKenna McClintock. Under a minute and a half. Clock continues to roll. First quarter. Mountain Lions are a talented bunch, but missed opportunities this season have kind of put them behind the 8 ball. Pull-up jumper, Fikert, not enough. Rebound, Chadron State. They could tie it on this trip. What a comeback in the first quarter by the Eagles. Turnaround jumper. And she gets it. She gets the bounce and the roll, and we're knotted at 23 all. Under a minute to play. So two tails told in the first quarter. It started off hot with the Mountain Lions, but the Eagles have spread their wings and stormed back. Feed inside. Back up top. Shot up. And the first lead of the first quarter for Chadron State. And they've stuck with it. Mountain Lions need to get back some of that mojo they had the first several minutes of the first quarter. And it starts with playing good defense and getting your shots to fall. Kaylor Bernard, a long shot outside, in, out. Fikert there, gets the rebound. 20 seconds. Good drive inside by Abby Fikert with a left-handed lay-in, and it goes, 25 all. So both these teams pretty evenly matched with their records on paper, and it's showing so far in the first quarter of this ball game. Drives underneath. Nice pass inside. Chadron State, nope. And that is one and done. We're one in the books at Gallogly Event Center in Colorado Springs. And right now, the Mountain Lions, they are tied with Chadron State by a score of 25 all at the end of the first quarter. We got a good one heating up in Colorado Springs. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you set for second quarter action. You're watching and listening to NCAA Division II basketball in Colorado Springs, the RMAC. We'll be right back.
The beat.
Back, everybody, to second quarter action at Gallogly Event Center in Colorado Springs. We got a battle, 25 all. We're tied. Chadron State in the house taking on the Mountain Lions for UCCS. First game of a doubleheader here tonight. Make sure to stay tuned afterwards for the men's game. Will tip off at roughly 7:30. It's doubleheader weekend again tomorrow night. Metro State from Denver. Hop, skip, and a jump, just our neighbors to the north of us. They'll be in the house. So you like basketball, this is a place to be in southern Colorado. Apologize for some of the audio and technical difficulties in the first quarter. They are diligently working on that. We hope to have Holly Stevenson back for color commentary in the second quarter. Mountain Lions, in case you're just joining us, they stormed out of the gate with a big lead, and Chadron State painfully and patiently was waiting in the wings, hit some big shots, took advantage of opportunities, and that's where we stand right now, tied. Ellie Moore, the freshman, outside. Kaylor Bernard, long shot from outside, off the rim. Maddie Gabler had it. It'll be knocked off Chadron State, so it'll stay with the Mountain Lions. Mountain Lions, obviously, after that first quarter, they need to stiffen up on the defensive side. Pass fought for underneath, and Chadron State gets the steal. They get the turnover. And here they come. Down the floor, that's Taryn Foxon. She's out of Cherokee Trail High School up in Denver. Knocked out of bounds by Kaylor Bernard. It'll stay with Chadron State. And as we said, Chadron State, they're 4-16 on the year. Mountain Lions are 4-13. So the records are pretty evenly matched. They're two of the bottom four teams in the RMAC right now. Rebound, Mountain Lions. So both teams with their share of missed shots and opportunities, but defense and turnovers have kept these teams at bay with each other. Pull-up jumper, Gabler off. Rebound, snatched by Jory Peters. Here comes the Eagles. Loses control of it, but gets it back. Mountain Lions. Nice feed underneath. Looking for help. Kicks it out. Shot from the baseline. Off. Rebounded Chadron State. And the foul. And it'll go against UCCS. And that's Urbach. Haley Urbach from Gillette, Wyoming. The 5'8 senior guard. And she'll go to the line. Checking in, back in now for UCCS, number 15, Katie Hovas, the freshman. Talented freshman out of Lewis Palmer High School, just up the road from Colorado Springs and Monument. And they've seen their share of basketball success in the state of Colorado. 8:27 clock stops. And free throws are a great way to keep pace, take a lead, and stay in a game. And right now, Chadron State leads by 1. Katie Hovas down the floor. Kayla Bernard wanted the shot. Good defense by the Eagles. Nice pass inside Fikert looking for Ellie Moore. And the cutter, not there. Hovas, shot clock at 13. Thinks about it. They clamp down. A travel on Hovas. And it'll go Chadron State way. So mental mistakes right now hurting the Mountain Lions. They got to make sure not to let that snowball on them. 8:02, clock rolls. Eagles gaining confidence after the last 2 or 3 minutes of that first quarter. They closed the gap and took the lead. 13 on the shot clock. Good defense by the Mountain Lions. Spins, puts up the shot. Great play defensively. Denial by Ellie Moore, number 14 for UCCS. The youngster comes up with a big stop. Kaylee Bernard all the way out to Maddie Gabler. Gabler's got to catch fire here. Back up top to Bernard. She's been cold early shooting from long distance. Gabler spins inside, kicks it out, Ellie Moore. Not there. Rebound. Chadron State. They are banging on the boards and taking advantage. Long three off the rim from the baseline, but they get it back. The putback, not there. Here comes Katie Hovas. Pushes it to Abby Fikert. She'll set up for three. Got it! Fikert! Bullseye from three-point land, and the Mountain Lions regain the lead. 2 big threes so far in this first half by Abby Fikert. As her mom and dad are here tonight at Gallogly Event Center to cheer their daughter on. She's the junior. Originally played her high school basketball in Flower Mound, Texas. And she has become a staple for this Mountain Lion basketball team over the last 3 years. Number 21 and 31 check in for Chadron State. Number 21, Bailey Brooks, and 31, McKenna McClintock check in. Taryn Foxon at the line for the Eagles. Got it. Easy peasy. They can tie it, or she can tie it with this free throw. So turnovers and free throws, missed shots, but the big story is the Mountain Lions are being out-rebounded. They got to fix that. Kayla Bernard. Pass, nice, quick, snappy pass underneath, all the way out. Fikert thought about it, was going to pull the trigger, but stops. Gives it up. Another steal for Chadron State. Here they come. Nice bounce pass, no look, but too much on it. The trailer is there. The follow. Jordan Morris, the 6'1 freshman, finishes it off. 2-point lead, Chadron State. Long three by Gabler. In, out, knocked away, ball banging around. Fikert's got it. Back to Hovas. Offensive rebounding will be key for the Mountain Lions. Whistle and a foul, and it goes on Chadron State. Tatum Talene, number 44, out of Grapevine, Texas. She'll check in momentarily. She checks in for Maddie Gabler. As we said, if you're just joining us, we'll get to that in a moment. Katie Hovas, she's looking for help. Good defense. Long pass to Fikert up at the top. She gets it. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Tries to force it inside to Ellie Moore. She recovers. The pull-up jumper. Got it! Katie Hovas, the freshman, steps up and hits a big shot for the Mountain Lions. 6 minutes left in the first half. And this has been a seesaw battle. Neither team backing down an inch. Pass outside. Thought about it. drives, and denied by Ellie Moore. Swats it out of there. At a Pinnacle High School in Phoenix, Arizona. Great play. A lot of these young freshmen on the Mountain Line team getting valuable playing minutes, which will pay dividends later on. Chadron State, long three, in, uses the backboard and gets it. Jory Peters, 3-point lead, Eagles. So things are starting to heat up. Teams are finding their in, out, Fikert, nope, not there. Check it in for the Mountain Lions, number 5, Desiree Pearson out of Wiley, Texas, a 5'5" freshman point guard. Can't speak enough about the talented freshman bunch for UCCS. The future is bright. So let's just put it that way. Pull-up jumper for the outside, in, out, Tatum Talene there. All the way up to Fikert. Back to Talene. Under 5 minutes to play first half. Ellie Moore looking for help. Nice pass to Kayla Bernard as she gets the finish. The 1-2 punch. Talene to Bernard, and they get the bucket. Pressure defense by the Mountain Lions. They need to clamp down now. It would really bode well for them to take the lead into the locker room at halftime. Whistle on the floor. Yep. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. This game is a slugfest. 32-33, Chadron State leads the home team, UCCS, here at Gallogly Event Center in Colorado Springs. 4:36 left in the first half of play. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. We'll take a quick timeout as well. It's the RMAC NCAA Division II in Colorado Springs. We'll see you in just a bit.
The beat.
They've cut it to 1. And in this first half so far, Jory Peters, 3 of 3 for Chadron State. Shot made at the other end. And that's going to be number 31, McClintock. And for the Mountain Lions, 4 of 7 for Kaylee Bernard and 5 of 7 shooting for Abby Fikert. Talene, she'll hand it off. You got to be patient and really work hard for that good shot. Long 3 off the rim. Rebound. Snatched out of the air by Jessica Lovett. Again, can't stress enough how important it is to try to get that lead going in the locker room at halftime. A little bit of a breather and some positive things going your way. But the Mountain Lions have been a scrappy bunch all season long. Sometimes at the end of the night, it just doesn't go your way, but they got to continue to fight. Pull-up jumper, too much, in, out. Moore had it. Desiree Pearson gets it back out in the left wing. Back to Talene. 3:10. Talene's going to drive inside and gets the shot. A physical play by Tatum Talene and caps it off with a bucket. That's the way it's done. Outside, Chadron State. Better defense so far by the Mountain Lions in the last few minutes. They have really toughened up and tightened up. In, out, Fikert there with the rebound. Here they come. Mountain Lions want to run. Pushes it up the floor. And she'll wait. Bernard to Talene. Ellie Moore has been impressive inside in the paint so far tonight. They're going to rely on her heavily. Talene will do it again. Too much off the glass. Back down the floor. Taryn Foxon. Mountain Lions recover. Nice pass underneath by Chadron State. And that was a gimme shot underneath. And just a little too much oomph on that one. 2:19 clock stops. Checking in for the Mountain Lions will be Maddie Gabler and Chelsea Pearson from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. And she is also it can be a streaky three-point shooter for this UCCS bunch. Tatum Talene has had a productive first half. The foul was called on Bailey Brooks for Chadron State. So if you like competitive basketball, this is a good game right here. Shot up, Desiree Pearson looked good, but just, she gets the rebound and comes back. Fikert, too much on it. And a foul underneath. Maddie Gabler called for the foul for UCCS, number 21. And here comes Chadron State. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. If the second half is anything like the first half, this should be a good one. Defense is going to be critical for both these teams because points are going to be at a premium. Kicks it back up top. 8 seconds of the shot clock. Chadron State's got to hurry. Drives inside. Forces it. And a travel. Great defensive stand by the Mountain Lions. And they'll get the ball back with 1:34 left on the clock. And Desiree Pearson has had an opportunity to show some of her skills in this first half. Taking advantage of her playing time. Fikert on the left wing. Looking for help. Inside to Gabler. Nope. She'll wait. Spin. That's her spot. The shot up. Got it. Stop, pop, let it drop. Maddie Gabler worked for it. She got it. So just when you think Chadron State's going to start pulling away, the Mountain Lions come back. They're going to call that foul on Desiree Pearson. You got to like the heart and the hustle, though. When you're on defense, it's agile, mobile, hostile, and she's proven that so far. And she's only a freshman. She's just going to get better. Chadron State inbounds. Under a minute in the first half at Gallogly Event Center, Colorado Springs. NCAA Division II basketball. Offensive foul called on Chadron State. Beautifully played by the Mountain Lions. It's all about .44 seconds. Back around to Fikert. Feeds inside to Kaylee Bernard. Back out Desiree Pearson. Long three. Off. Maddie Gabler with a monster rebound. The putback, not enough. Doesn't get the roll. Chadron State. Back down the floor. Mountain Lions lead by 3. 21 seconds. The bucket, it's there. Chadron State capitalizes. 10 seconds. Mountain Lions will get the last shot of the first half. Desiree Pearson tried to force that. Clock stops at 3.2, and it'll stay with UCCS. Number inbound. Chelsea Pearson for 3, off the rim. Gabler with the rebound, and shot does not count, and that's where we stand. One and done, 1 half in the books here at UCCS. And right now, 38-37, Mountain Lions lead Chadron State. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. Once again, we apologize for the audio technical difficulties. We're going to be working on those at halftime. Hopefully, Holly Stevenson will be back with color commentary in the second half. You're watching and listening to NCAA Division II basketball in the RMAC in Colorado Springs. Stick with us. We'll be back in a bit. everybody here to Colorado Springs, UCCS, the Lions Den. The first half, Holly Stevenson, she's back. We had some audio difficulties in the first half, but she's back. They got that taken care of. You look at the first half, Holly, we're sitting right next to each other, and you look at the Chadron State Eagles free throw percentage, 100%.
Yep.
That has kept them pace. They also shot 75% in the second quarter. UCCS, that's hurting them.
Yep.
And the rebound game.
Rebounding has been a huge thing for them. That's been one of the most frustrating things for me to watch as a fan. But I think what they need to do is one, rebound more, but they're not moving it around as much on offense that we've seen them before, and I think that's really shown and why it's really hurting them. It's also been a very physical game. We've seen number 1 on Chadron State get a little chippy with Hovass after her big block. So I just think that they need to clean up a few things and be a little bit more aggressive on offense the way we've seen them. And they should be able to pick up this game and come out with a win tonight.
Yep, I would agree. And you also look at Kaylee Bernard, 4-7, 5 of 7 shooting. Abby Fikert, they've done well. The bench scoring hasn't been what it normally is.
No, right.
So they've got to find a way to pick that up.
Mm-hmm. It's been a very exciting game for the first time I've got to watch as an actual fan, and it's been kind of hard just not having someone to talk to. I'm just kind of yelling at the court now. First 3 shot by Fikert, missed, but rebound by Pearson. Setting up again.
It's echoing big time in my ear every time I talk, and it's back. I can't talk because it just keeps echoing back in my ears.
Mm-hmm.
Foul called by number 23, Jessica Lovett. Her second personal foul. First team foul. Chelsea Pearson now on the line. Shooting.
Chelsea Pearson. First shot off.
Pearson is a 71% free throw shooter, so she just needs to make sure she relaxes at the line.
And let's see, down the floor. Here we come back down the floor.
Good break.
Kaylee Bernard, all the way up. Nope. Tried to draw the foul there. Good job by Chadron State. 1-point game. George Holden, Holly Stevenson from the Lions Lane. Shot rattles in and out and she gets the shot and a chance at a 3-point play. Plays like that, Holly, in a close, hard-fought game like this, come back later to pay dividends.
Absolutely. It all comes down to the small things for sure. And really the biggest thing is the Mountain Lions needs to put their body on something on the other players if they're going to get the rebounds or calls for over the back.
And so here we go at the line, number 23.
Yeah.
Number 23 at the line, Jessica Lovett for Chadron State, as the officials get everything set here. Unseasonably warm week in Colorado Springs. It was over 50 degrees today.
Oh my gosh, it was beautiful.
Yep. Back down the floor, Kaylee Bernard for the Mountain Lions. Pass, good hands by Ellie Moore. The put up, nope, not there. Rebounds, Chadron State, McKenna McClintock, they have been very aggressive and physical on the boards.
So aggressive, especially on the defensive boards. There's not been a lot of second chance opportunities for the Mountain Lions tonight.
I would agree. Chelsea Pearson on the left wing. They're both Pearsons on the floor, Desiree and Chelsea. Kaylee Bernard really hasn't gotten started on offense yet.
And a charge taken by Lovett. She's starting to get fired up for the game.
Desiree Pearson has really been effective in this game.
Monumental, I would say.
She's given them an attitude on defense.
She is. She's picked it up a lot on defense and really has not given away easy layups. Almost had forced a turnover and got really aggressive there. Another block by Ellie Moore.
.801 on the clock. It stops. So at the line right now, number 23, Jessica Lovett from Mullen, Nebraska, the 5'10 senior. And Holly, it seems like the story's been three things: rebounding, steals, and free throws.
All those small things, right?
The little things that add up and make a difference. When you're leading by 25, 30 points, it's a different dynamic, right?
Right.
But when you're in a seesaw game like this where it's still
so evenly
you
matched,
can't put it away, you need them.
Yeah,
you need all
absolutely. Everything is going to add up in the end. And it's really going to come down to the aggressiveness of the players. Who wants to win it more? That's going to pick up these mental mistakes and make sure that they're getting it done.
I would agree. Long three, Ellie Moore, not enough on it. Short arm
Rebound by Pearson.
Chelsea Pearson gets it, the shot and the rebound. Nope, twice.
Oh, those
And
shots
she's mad at
hurt.
herself for that. She had two easy shots underneath.
Yep, those are shots that are.
And we've talked about this a million times, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's certain nights your shots just don't fall. So you've got to know, you've got to be aware of that and be able to dish it off to somebody who's got the hot hand.
Right, absolutely. Kind of being aware of everyone, all of your teammates on the court, and but making sure that those shots go in. Those are easy shots. Those are layup shots that you shouldn't have to think about.
Yep. Traveling on Kaylee Bernard, number 22. Maddie Gabler checks in, number 21 for UCCS. Mountain Lions, they find themselves down 44-38 with under 7.5 to play in the third quarter.
It's been a pretty slow start for the Mountain Lions this second half.
Yeah. I mean, Lynn Plett pleading his case.
Mm-hmm. Chadron State has also done a really good job at playing fast offense. They don't stand still with or without the balls, and they go after their shots for easy second chance shots like this.
And that's what they drill in your mind in practice. How many hours of that of follow your shot, follow your shot?
It is for a reason.
Yes. Fikert. Offensive
illegal
foul.
screen.
And that's on Kaylee Bernard. That's her second quick foul. So they're going to have to watch that. Ellie Moore checks out, number 14. Boy, is she going to be a good one. Katie Hovass checks back in, number 15. And just as we talked about that, Kaylee Bernard is going to have a seat. She's going to get a chance to breathe a little bit. But with two quick fouls in a game like this, they're going to need her down the stretch. So some of the younger players will go ahead and fill in.
Teams
Here
in
comes
good
pressure
hands,
defense by the Mountain Lions. And a steal by the Mountain Lions. Hovass.
She's taking it.
Nope.
Oh, what a look.
Shot underneath. It was
And
Madison
Des
Lord.
again.
That was a gimme underneath the bucket.
Another gimme. Good hustle by Des. She's not giving up on the ball. She wants to win this game, and that shows.
And it feels like the Mountain Lions, Holly, when they're getting under the hoop, sometimes with those easy shots underneath, they're really trying to force things right now. And it's one of those situations where you know you're down, but you've got to let the game come to you a little bit, relax, play loose, and play your brand of basketball.
Absolutely, absolutely. They've really let Chadron State affect their mental state. And what a good hustle and look by Fikert.
So foul will be called to number 21 for Chadron State. That's Bailey Brooks. Mountain Lions. And again, you look at the first half, Chadron State, the first quarter, they shot 100% from the line and 75% in the second quarter. So Mountain Lions need to keep that in mind.
Absolutely.
You don't want to get into a battle of free throws. Desiree Pearson got it! Underneath, number 5, keeping it alive for the Mountain Lions. Right place, right time, and finishes it off with a nice basket.
An assist by Hovas there. Another strong player who is just so spatially aware of the court and knows where every single person on her team is.
Yep. Be where you are and know where everybody else is.
Yeah.
So right now, timeout. Great finish. Right before that timeout by the Mountain Lions is a shot by Desiree Pearson. 6:05 left in the third quarter. Mountain Lions cut the deficit to 6. She's Holly Stevenson. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball, NCAA Division II hoops. The RMAC will be back.
Beat.
Welcome back to the Lions Den, Colorado Springs. First game of a doubleheader. We got a good one. Chadron State inbounds, closing in on 6 minutes left in the third period. Mountain Lions took the lead at half, and then Chadron State, they storm right back.
Yeah, they've been playing aggressively nonstop from quarter one all the way to right now the third quarter. They've
shot up,
and
got it. That's Jory Peters again, and she is knocking the lights out tonight.
She is. She's on
She
fire.
is a streaky shooter, and the shots are falling her way. Gabler, she's hit a couple shots, but relatively quiet. Fadeaway, got it. As I say that, her ears are burning. She hits a fadeaway.
And that's her spot. She makes it every single time she goes there.
Good, quick, snappy passes by Chadron State. Trapping it from outside. McKenna McClintock buries a three.
UCCS could very much use a stop and a bucket right now.
Good pass to Ellie Moore inside, looking for help. Good movement.
Good work.
And tried to get the angle for the shot, just
not quite there. But she has such good composure underneath that basket.
She's calm in the storm.
Absolutely.
So the Mountain Lions, they've got to play really good defense the rest of this second half and hit those easy shots they have underneath. Hovas. And it starts with good rebounding.
Good rebounding, yep. No second chance shots for Chadron State.
Hovas drives, tries to go for it. Nope, she won't draw the foul. It'll stay with UCCS checking in for Chadron State, number 10, Haley Urbach. And a timeout on the floor. We'll take another quick one as well. 4:30 left in the third quarter. And right now, Chadron State leads your Mountain Lions 51-42. She's Holly Stevenson. I'm George Holden. It's the RMAC. We'll be back. Here we go, back to the Lions Den. UCCS trying to crawl back into it.
Good cut.
Hovass, nice pass back to Ellie Moore. Doesn't fall. They get it back. Gabler sets up for three. In, out. That had a chance. Fikert went after it. The foul will be called on Chadron State. That's on 31, McKenna McClintock.
Seeing a little more fight in the Mountain Lions now after that timeout.
Third team foul.
So the third team foul.
Not a whole lot of offensive movement, and that's killing them. And what a take by Fikert.
Fikert drives and hits the shot. Someone's got to step up.
Yep.
Answer at the other end of the floor, the Eagles. So really, Holly, no matter what UCCS does, Chadron State has an answer.
Yeah, absolutely. They're playing solid defense, and no one's really stopping them on the offensive end.
Oh, Maddie Gabler. That just kind of bounced around and dink-dunk on the rim, but she gets it to fall. Chadron State, they'll slow it up. Spot four. Chadron State. Nope. Fikert comes down with it.
What a good hustle.
So Fikert for three off the rim as Fikert slides on the floor. Checking back in will be number 23 for Chadron State. That's Jessica Lovett.
UCCS could really use Fikert catch fire right now.
Yep. First time tonight. The Mountain Lions, number 10, Eliza DeVera, another freshman out of Boise, Idaho, the 5'8 guard. So Lynn Plett getting everybody involved in the action.
Absolutely. I feel like Chadron State is a team that has really made UCCS run the court, and a lot of the players are looking a little tired on defense right now. So you might as well use the entire bench
I hear
just
it.
to get some rest and fresh legs in there.
So Katie Hovass, she'll take
The
it from
corner.
the baseline, off the rim. Chadron State gets the board. 2:43, clock rolls, third quarter. And the shot up, and she'll banks it off the glass, and she'll go to the line again. What a play.
If you're going to have four bodies on the offensive end, not rebound, you need to be playing defense on the other end. That was just really frustrating to watch.
So Desiree Pearson will check out for UCCS number 5. And at the line, Taryn Foxon. And they'll call timeout. We'll take another quick one. 2:39. Right now, the Mountain Lions, they're trying to keep pace, but the Eagles are soaring. 55-46 at Gallogly Event Center in Colorado Springs. We'll be back in just a bit. Katie Hovass brings it back down the floor after the timeout. Eliza DeVera, her first time getting to get in on the action tonight for UCCS. She's back onto the right wing, drives inside.
What a strong
Oh!
take, and she makes it!
And she made her presence known. Drives inside with the off-balance layup with the left hand, and it falls.
Not in a full minute and already making an impact.
That's called impact.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I really want to get involved here. Foul, it'll be called on UCCS. 2:04 left in the third, and Holly, right now, UCCS, they've got a little over 2 minutes left in the third and then the fourth quarter, but after this break in the third quarter, they have really got to buckle down.
I agree. You can still see that there's some fight in the Mountain Lions. It's just getting them to work cohesively together to make something happen here.
Maddie Gabler, fade away. Nope, not there.
But Parker, where did she come from?
Wow, talk about court awareness by Abby Fikert. She was there. She got the
What a
rebound
play.
and the bucket. That's how it's done.
And she came from the top of the key. That's what they need to be doing every single time a shot goes up.
So the crowd getting fired up here at UCCS. Shot put up.
Good, strong
Gabler there
defense.
for the rebound. And we talked about how important rebounds are for the Mountain Lions, and they have stepped up.
And they're going.
Ellie Moore, nope. Feed inside. Gabler,
And
fade away.
again.
It goes!
There we go.
They cut it to 4. 112. Long shot, in, out.
Good box
Ellie
out
Moore.
by Ellie, and she gets the foul call.
And the foul. Wow. So
Imagine that. You box out and good things happen. Exactly.
Katie Hobass brings it down, and she looks up at the clock. Closing in. We've got 1 minute left in the third quarter, and the Mountain Lions, they have fought back and within striking distance of tying this game. In and out. That had a chance for 3, but no dice.
Still enough time to get a couple of stops and buckets.
Yep. Liza DeVera got in there and almost knocked that ball free.
Good stop. What solid
Nothing
defense
for
played by
Chadron
the
State. Shot clock. Travel on Chadron State. And the Mountain Lions are winning the mental battle in the last couple of minutes. They have come alive. 36 seconds.
Where was this team the first half? It's crazy.
Great question, Holly.
They're playing with so much more fight.
They're intense.
Yeah.
A lot of intensity right. Abby Gabler pulls
And
the
they're
trigger.
just giving
Got
it to her!
Gabler from downtown for the Mountain Lions. Number 21 hits a big shot. And they're down by 1 point. 14 seconds. Third quarter. Shot by Chadron. Got it. Taryn Foxon. Under 10 seconds. Mountain Lions. They'll get
Abby
the last
by
shot of the
herself.
third quarter.
And it goes in!
Abby Fikert, the off-balance shot, uses the glass. And 3 down and 1 to go. In this game, 1 quarter left. And the Mountain Lions, Holly, they're down 58-57 at the end of 3. George Holden, along with Holly Stevenson. And this last 3 minutes or so of the third quarter, if that's a telling factor for UCCS, Lynn Plett and his staff are saying, keep that same composure, that poise, that focus. Let's take it into the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. Carry that momentum with them. Play with that fight and that fire. And there's no reason why they won't win this game. They just need to continue to box out, play solid defense. If they're not going to get the offensive rebounds, they need to make sure they're getting back on defense to get the stops. And they did a really good job demonstrating what their potential is in the last 3 minutes of the third quarter.
Well said. We'll take a quick break. We got a good one. This is going to be a dynamite fourth quarter from Gallogly Event Center. It's a 1-point game. Chadron State leads the Mountain Lions 58-57. She's Holly Stevenson. And here we go. Fasten your seatbelts. Start of the fourth quarter from the Lions' den. The Lions are licking their claws, and the Eagles are circling. But it's yet to be decided. It's a 1-point game. Chadron State with the ball. Mountain Lions came alive in a big way the last few minutes of that third quarter, Holly, and they've got to find that wave and ride it.
I agree. In the last 3 minutes, it was a much more exciting game, much more fun game to watch because they're playing at the level that we know that they can play at.
Absolutely. You always want to play up, right?
Absolutely.
Katie Hobass with the rebound. And these freshmen are going to have to come of age and come of age quickly. Inside, Ellie Moore. To
Every
Fikert.
time!
Oh! The freshman to the junior, Abby Fikert, cutting through, gets the bucket and a chance at the three-point play. Their first opportunity of the night. And Abby Fikert has really turned it up in the second half.
And that's Moore's 6th assist for the night. So that just shows how unselfish of a ball player she is and how composed she is underneath that basket.
Absolutely. Leadership. 59-58, Mountain Lions regain the lead. They got about 9.5 minutes. Is it going to be skill or will that wins this one? And thought there was going to be a foul called against Tatum Talene, but did not. Chadron State backs up.
Good recovery.
Great defense by the Mountain Lions. They stuffed that.
Pushing it now.
Pass inside, Ellie Moore. She's looking for help. Tatum Talene, nope, nothing. That's just nips off the end of the rim. Back up the other way. Chadron State. Oh, around the back.
And short.
Rebound, Tatum Talene. She's there and
On a
stolen
steal.
by Chadron. And they get the bucket. The steal by Jory Peters. She's been a factor in this basketball game.
She's been a huge help. She is another one of the main players for Chadron who's been beneficial not only on assists but points and obviously aggressive on defense.
Eliza DeVera, the left-handed layup. And the freshman hits a bucket. Long three, Chadron. Got it!
Foxen is
Taryn
automatic.
Foxen rips the net from three-point land. Back the other way. DeVera, she'll set up. That shot's off.
Oh,
it's
but
not.
she gets the point!
From this angle, it looked like it was off.
She knew that was happening.
And she banks a three.
She planned that.
Wow. Both these teams back and forth. And basically right now it's a game of whatever you can do, I can do better.
Absolutely.
I have an answer for you.
Yep, absolutely. Both teams are playing aggressively with a lot of energy. Both players.
You weren't kidding when you said exciting.
Yeah.
You weren't kidding. I mean,
No, not at all.
wow.
It's,
And we still got a little over 8 more minutes of that.
yeah, it's been one of the better games we've watched at home.
I would agree.
Very aggressive. A little frustrating at first, but just very, very exciting.
Again, we apologize. We are still having a little bit of audio technical difficulties. Glad you've hung with us. We appreciate it.
Foxen, not someone you want at the line. She's, for tonight, shooting 100%, but for the season, 87.6, I believe.
Wow.
So
You can't ask for more
she's
than
got
that.
an automatic shot.
She's the
Mechanics are
Aurora,
on point.
Colorado product. Gets them both. Acts like she's been there before. Here we go. 65-64. Chadron State regains lead. There's been a lot of lead changes in this one. DeVera. Nice
what a
pass. The
switch
bounce
up.
pass. Inside.
Oh.
And Maddie Gabler will draw the foul. Eliza DeVera, number 10, the freshman out of Boise. She is, with a ball, she's dangerous.
Absolutely.
She is very fluid with her movement. She can dribble with the right or the left. And you know, we keep talking about the bounce passing inside. Yep. She does a textbook job of it.
She's got that down. And she does a really good job at finding the openings in between the defensive players to get those left-handed layups that we're seeing her do tonight.
Well, you know how it is when you're pass inside, right? Sometimes there's a door opening and sometimes it's a window.
Right.
But either way, you've got to find a way to get it in there.
Absolutely.
And she does. And we're tied again. How many times have we said that in this game? 65 apiece. Chadron State works Taryn
Solid
Foxen.
defense. Good help by Pearson. Oh, that was Gabler.
Great defense by UCCS. They are trying to shut down Taryn Foxen, daring her to go inside.
Yeah, and she's a key player to shut down.
Yes.
Because she's definitely their shooter, shooting.
Katie Hovass, you can sense the
100%.
confidence swelling on these freshmen for UCCS.
Absolutely.
They know they're in a fight and they want to win it. Hovass in the corner, back to Fikert. Good quick movement. Gabler to DeVera. And the steal by Taryn Foxen. She telegraphed that pass. Shot up by Foxen, off.
Not again.
Fikert gets it. They dodge a bullet there. Here comes
what a
Fikert to push.
And
Hovass
Hovass!
by herself, and she's
And she gets
fouled.
the foul.
And the foul will go on Jessica Lovett, number 23. And the intensity has picked up several notches, Holly.
Several notches. It's been much more exciting to watch just because this is the level that we expect from the Mountain Lions
I
to
agree.
play at all the time. And it took them a little while to get in the swing of things, but now they're in a rhythm. They've got good fluidity on the floor now, and it's just fun to watch.
Yep, it is. What a great game. Katie Hovass, too much on the free throw line. It's one of those you need to.
Those will make or break.
What did we talk about last time? Breathe, focus, explode.
Mm-hmm.
So Hovass, her second opportunity. She misses them both, and Chadron State gets a rebound. She'd love to have those ones back.
Yeah.
7:01 and counting. Fourth quarter. Gallogly Event Center. What a monster game. Two teams evenly matched, and it shows. But who will prevail? Chadron State, they keep moving the ball around, but UCCS playing great defense. That shot's way off. Hovass with the rebound. Here come the Mountain Lions. They want to run down the floor. Devira. Two freshmen on the floor. A senior and two juniors, I believe. Abby Fikert. She hit early a couple of threes in the first quarter. Since then, she's been pretty tough underneath.
Oh, absolutely. She's been a little firecracker underneath getting in. What a good look. Kick out.
Devira thought about it. Oh! Hovass doesn't draw the foul. And Chadron State comes down with another rebound. So rebounding is going to put this game away either way, Holly. I have a feeling.
I 100% agree. It's going to make the game. And a block by Hovass.
Oh! Denied. Katie Hovass. Kaylee Bernard. She's been relatively quiet offensively as well. Fikert, 18 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time, but trips become more and more important down the floor.
Yep, absolutely.
Kaylee Bernard off balance, not there. Rebound again, Chadron State.
Fikert doing an awesome job getting back on defense, preventing easy shots from the Eagles.
The feed inside the matchup, Gabler.
She is not giving up, and another block.
And they'll call the foul. It's going to go on number 15, Katie Hovass of UCCS. Checking in, number 5, Desiree Pearson for UCCS, and number 1, Taryn Foxen, the talented ball player from Chadron State. Abby Fikert will get a breather. She's had a great night. Gabler will check out as well. She's holding her left hand.
I think she lost a contact lens and that shot up.
Boy, I used to see people do that. Remember when they do that and it's in the paint and everybody stops? You're going, it's like a needle in a haystack. How are you, you know?
Yeah.
That's why you have spares, right?
Right, exactly.
Right?
And she does a really good job inside defensively, not giving up, giving up the baseline or any easy shots.
Correct.
And she plays straight up and down, so it's hard to get a foul called on her, which can be frustrating as an offensive player when you can't get to the basket.
I agree. So at the line, Chadron State. Will it come down to free throws again? In and out. And they've shot relatively well all night from the line. But you need to be able to shoot when it counts.
Absolutely.
You need to be able to hit them when it counts.
I was just going to say, these both on both ends are big free throws that the teams are missing right now.
And that's Morris, number 24. Shot up. Good. She gets 1 of 2 on that trip. Chelsea Pearson, number 3, checks back in for UCCS. Can she find her shot? Because they need it. 1-point game. Chadron State leads. Devira. She's been a factor. Shot clock at 17. Bernard thought about it. They don't want to pull the trigger too early. Devira for 3. Off. Rebound. Jory Peters. Chadron State on the left wing. They want to go inside with it. Pearson playing tough defense. Shot clock at 14. Foxen tries to get inside, and Chelsea Peters is going to get called for the reach. Clock stops at 4:54 in this game. There'll be a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. Two teams evenly matched. UCCS 4-13 on the season. Chadron State 4-16. Both teams coming off losses. Somebody needs to pull this out with a win. Will it be the Mountain Lions or will the Eagles soar to victory? I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball with Holly Stevenson. It's the RMAC, and we'll be back. .453 left in this game. And it has been a doozy so far. The home team down by 1 point. Both teams have scrapped and fought all night inside, but rebounds and free throws are the story. So far tonight, the Mountain Lions have shot 20% at the line.
It's been a tough night offensively for the Mountain
Gabler
Lions.
got it! Easy does it. With a little bit of a nice fadeaway there, nothing but net. They get the lead back. Neither team can pull away in this one. It's going to be a fight to the finish. Chadron State.
What a block by Moore.
She's stuffed by Ellie Moore.
Moore with 4 blocks tonight. She has been having an awesome defensive game.
She is in denial mode tonight.
Absolutely.
You're not doing that. You're not scoring on me.
She says, get out of my house.
Back up top, long attempt for Chadron off. Peters had it, but Pearson gets it for UCCS. Chelsea Pearson bringing it down the floor. Pass out to Gabler. Bring it back up top. Out to Desiree Pearson. Number 5 drives inside. Had the look. She was coming from behind, and she tried to knock it free. Long 3 by Chadron. Got it! That one hurt. McKenna McClintock for Chadron State. Abby Fikert will check in just a bit for UCCS. They're going to need her. In, out, not there. Mountain Lions are missing long shots. I think they're trying to take threes too early.
I agree. I feel like the shots that they're taking are starting to get rushed, which is leading them to be off, and then no one's really going in and fighting strong for their second chance shots.
Yep. So good defense by UCCS.
Nothing unusual there.
Travel
Solid.
on Chadron State.
Good job
Fikert
by
checks
Pearson.
in.
I was just saying, good job by Pearson being there on the defensive end.
Checking in for the Mountain Lions, number 23, Abby.
So let's see if the Mountain Lions, for lack of a better phrase, finish what they started. They started hot in this game. They went on a big run in the first quarter. Chadron State closes the gap, shoots well at the free throw line, gets a lot of rebounds, gets some turnovers, and here we are. But the Mountain Lions, last 3 minutes of the third quarter, to recap, they storm back into this game. But they need a total team effort to finish this one.
Both teams are playing very aggressively, offensively and defensively, so it's been a fun game to watch.
Desiree Pearson with the drive, and she'll draw the foul. So when you think about it, Holly, it's kind of simple, right? When shots aren't falling and going your way, you start having those takes to the basket, you draw the fouls and say, we're going to take our chances at the free throw line.
Right, and those should be guaranteed shots every time.
Pearson.
Money. And this is
She's a
Pearson's
5'5" point guard, a freshman out of Wiley, Texas. Another timeout. And you look at this RMAC conference right now, the bottom 4 teams, UCCS, Chadron State, Adams State, New Mexico Highlands. You know, like we said, the Mountain Lions, you look at their schedule throughout the season, we know it's a young team, right? They're talented, but they have to learn and grow together. And some of these games that, we're going to look back on this, but some of the games they've lost this season, a year or two from now, they win those games.
Oh, absolutely. I think the games that they're playing now that they're losing to are going to be what builds them as a team because they're so young that they're going to just build upon this. A lot of the freshmen are getting valuable playing time right now. So really, everything is a learning opportunity, and they only can go up from here.
I would agree. So Desiree Pearson, this is where it starts. Taking advantage of your shots at the line. Misses the second one. And they're down by 1. They could have tied it right there. But you don't want to, at the end of a game, say woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Absolutely.
Take advantage of it.
Leave nothing on the court.
Make it happen. 12 on the shot clock for Chadron State. That's Peters. She's played very well tonight. Knocked away by Pearson.
Defense.
6 on the shot clock. Long 3. Got it!
Gosh.
That's a dagger right there by McKenna McClintock. She just will not go away.
I mean, Clinton fairly quiet so far during the game, but when and a layup by Moore.
Gabler with the bucket. Down by 1, Mountain Lions.
Three bodies
And
on her.
Kaylee Bernard all the way up to Fikert. Gabler, they'll set up. 137 and counting, fourth quarter. Bernard. You have to get it to your hot hand and your most active player underneath and give him a chance.
Absolutely. And right now, Fikert has 21 points for her team. But still, she's creating opportunities for her teammates, which is going to be huge for the play.
Foul will be called on UCCS. They're down by 1, 1:15 in this game. And it's always the little things that come back to haunt you. And that's what's driving Lynn Plett crazy right now.
Crazy, right.
He knows this is a game his team should win.
100% so. If they had continued to play as strong as they came out and with the intensity that they're playing with now, I think this game would still be kind of close. Do I think it would be as back and forth as it was? I don't think so. I still think the Mountain Lions would still have majority control of the game had they continued with the intensity they started the game out with.
Well said. The future coach, Holly Stevenson. 1:15 left in this game. And you know, it's one of those things that's hard. It's hard to watch, but it's even harder to be part of a team like that when you know we're this close, and you've got to get over that wall, and you keep getting just enough to get over it, and then you fall back down. So right now the Mountain Lions, they have to really focus and finish on this last 1:15. Taryn Foxon at the line for Chadron State. And they shot really well all night from the line.
Yeah.
But right there, you know.
That's a mental mistake. She was shooting 100% from the line, and then she makes a mental mistake like that.
2-point game. Mountain Lions. You got to be smooth here. And you've got to find the opening that works for you. Ellie Moore. Don't force it if it's not there. Fikert, under a minute to play. Mountain Lions down by a deuce. 10 on the shot clock. Ellie Moore.
And she takes it. And
oh, the freshman comes up big. Ties it at 72.
Defense.
Foxon.
She misses.
She'll get a rebound. The rebound and the putback. Incredible. There's a reason she wears jersey number 1.
Yes.
She's a junior. Boy.
And she does not give up on her shot. That's what the Mountain Lions need to be doing right now.
Mountain Lions got to get a shot here.
Gabler with
Gabler, it's off.
Bernard with the rebound.
Bernard,
oh!
Kaylee Bernard, quiet offensively all night long, gets the feed underneath and hits a shot when her team needs it most. And she'll go to the line to try to get a 3-point play. Wow. If you wanted drama, this is it.
You can't get much more exciting than this right now.
Well, we talked all night, Holly, about, Kelly Bernard really hasn't offensively really been alive. Boy, right there, she just was waiting all night, and she got her opportunity.
Clutch player.
Shot off, and it's tied. 23 seconds, Chadron State with the ball.
It's going to come down
Abby
to
Pfeiffer.
solid defense.
Timeout, Chadron State. 18.4 seconds, and we have a tie game. Holly, could we be thinking about overtime?
That's what I was thinking just 2 seconds ago, so I think it's a possibility. It's a very, very strong possibility. I think for the Mountain Lions to win in the next 18 seconds on the clock, they need to play solid defense and have a really, really smart offensive play. So they need to be on it, make sure that, because they're going to run I would assume the Eagles are going to run the clock down to 10 to go in and take an easy layup. So they need to make sure that they're cutting off all passages to the paint, and then make sure that when that shot goes up, they're putting their body on the other player to make sure that they don't get that second chance shots, because that's where a lot of Chadron State's points have come from tonight.
Chalk Talk with Holly Stevenson at Gallogly Event Center, Colorado Springs. Doesn't get any better than this with college basketball. You want games to be hard-fought, competitive, and close, and this has embodied that all night long. 18.4 seconds. Holly, here's the thing that I'm thinking for UCCS is common sense, but you look at it, if Lynn Plett and his staff got to be telling them, don't foul, force the bad shot, get the rebound, and we'll work it out.
Yep, absolutely.
Right?
Just
it sounds simple,
stop.
but it's tougher to go out and do it.
Right, especially now when you have all of this adrenaline going in you.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. 74 all. Chadron State with the ball.
Oh, no, they called a foul.
Desiree Pearson will get called for the foul. Their feet, they're saying it was a tripping foul, Holly, but it looked like it was inadvertent.
It looked like she tripped over the ball as she was coming off of a screen.
We just talked about not fouling. And at the line, Peters, the shot up, good.
And this is Peters' first time at the line tonight.
She hits this.
And she's normally an 85% shooter at the line.
Shot up.
She's a good
Gets
one.
them both. Timeout, UCCS. 14.9 seconds. The drama continues. So that foul puts Jory Peters at the line. Sinks them both. Mountain Lions get the ball back here. If you're the Mountain Lions down the floor, let me ask you this. Are you looking for the tie for overtime, or are you setting up for a three-point shot?
If I'm coaching, I'm looking for the tie because I want those 5 extra minutes to go into overtime, because I feel like so far we haven't been able to play the fast-paced game that we want with the fast breaks. I feel like we can get ahead in the next 5 minutes. If that's Lynn Plett's plan, I don't know, because if Abby has proved that she's had something going on the line at the beginning of the first half, hasn't had so much behind the three-point line this half, but if he believes in Fikert enough, I would go for the win. But that's meaning that your other players are going to set the screens, and she's gonna come off of them correctly and get that perfect shot off. So
X's and O's with Holly Stevenson. I'm telling you, you're going to be a coach down the road. Just listening to you, the intensity, the experience. You've been in these huddles on the sideline, by the bench, you know.
But making calls like that, I don't know if I'm ready.
That's a big one.
Down the road.
And then basically, if you're setting it for the three, you're looking at the eyes going, who wants it?
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Who feels like they're going to be able to put it through? Here we go. Well, we've talked about what we think is going to happen. Let's see how it plays out. 14.9 seconds, Desiree Pearson to inbound for the Mountain Lions.
Looks like
it's a 2-point game. Chadron State leads.
Looks like they're going for the three.
Fikert off. Fought for. It's a jump ball with 5.4 seconds. Ho. If you're the Mountain Lions, do you draw the foul here?
Absolutely, 100%.
Get the ball inbounded.
Foul, and you get at the line.
Yep. It's all about getting open and putting up a shot and drawing the foul. Fikert. Oh, my gosh. She was out of bounds. Abby Fikert stepped out of bounds. Timeout, Chadron State. That is a tough turnover.
That is hard. But There's still 3.9 seconds left in the game. You're still down by 2. There's still time for a stop and a full court press right now. So Fikert has to shake that off and get it back on defense to get another layup.
Wow. This has been, I would say so far, all the women's home games we've done this season, this has been the most exciting game we've seen. And if this is any precursor to what the men's game is going to be like,
oh my gosh!
Wow! Wow! So the foul by Desiree Pearson put Chadron at the line. They take the 2-point lead, and then Abby Fikert stepping out of bounds.
Yep.
That's where we're at. 3.9 seconds. Chadron State to inbound.
Oh, and too easy.
Foul, Desiree Pearson, and it's Jory Peters. And she hit both of them last time.
She did.
You don't. When the ball's inbounded on a lot, you really don't get any say-so on that. You've got to foul.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
So, first shot up, gets it. If she hits this one, got it.
That's it.
Mountain Lions to inbound. All the way up. Fikert puts it up for 3, and that is going to do it. UCCS, the women's team, lose a heartbreaker to Chadron State. Final score, 78-74. George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball, joined by Holly Stevenson, doing a fantastic job doing color commentary. Holly, we apologize again for the audio. We're still working on that, so stick with us. We will get this figured out. You look at it, Holly, in this game, and look how it plays out. We're tied at the end of one, 25 all, but Mountain Lions come out storming out in that first quarter, and I thought maybe they're going to run away with it.
Yeah.
Chadron State had other ideas. Halftime, Mountain Lions, 1-point lead, 38-37. At the end of the third, it's 58-57. We're at final 78-74. I know it came down to a foul and to free throws and stepping out of bounds and some of those little things, but really, I thought the Mountain Lions in that first half or most of the game, they were out rebounded in this game, Holly.
100% so. I was going to say it came down in the final seconds to those 2 plays and mental errors, but really if we had just rebounded better and played better defense early on, this would not have come down to just 10 seconds or two mental errors in the final seconds of the game. So my takeaway, if I'm Lynn Platt, when I'm talking to the players, we know what we can play. We know the intensity and the level that we can play at. So do that tomorrow night. Make sure that we learned our lesson about what happens when we don't box out and get rebounds, and what happens when we don't get back on offense. So lesson learned, shake it off tonight, and come ready to play with those fixing those mistakes tomorrow night.
I would agree. Free throw shooting on the part of Chadron State, they did a really effective job shooting from the line. They made the most of all those opportunities. Yeah. Like you said, rebounding defensively and offensively. They also, in the first half, got their share of turnovers and were able to climb back in. And once they found their groove and their niche, they were really able to come after it. UCCS, though, that last 3 minutes of the third quarter, they fire back. They got several players scoring, hit some big shots. They drove inside, hit some outside shots, had a banked 3-point shot. Those kind of things that kept pace. And in the fourth quarter, though, and we talked about it, mental mistakes down the stretch cost UCCS a very winnable game here tonight for Lynn Plett's crew. That being said, hard-fought game. They were in it to the very end. But tomorrow night, they're going to have another opportunity. They'll be taking on Metro State from Denver. They're right in the middle of the pack in the RMAC right now. But if UCCS, I think the thing for them, Holly, is finding a way to put 4 quarters together, right?
Absolutely. You can't just play hot for a couple of minutes in the first quarter and then decide to show up halfway through the third quarter. That's not how you're going to win games. So just keeping it consistent in all 4 quarters is going to be super key. Well
said. She's Holly Stevenson. I'm George Holden, your voice for Mountain Lion basketball. As you can see, there's 19:35 left on the clock right now. This is the first game of a doubleheader. The men's teams for Chadron State and UCCS warming up on the floor. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll have all the men's action at about 7:30. So do what you got to do, but come back. We should have a good one. You're watching and listening to NCAA Division II basketball in Colorado Springs. The RMAC will be back.